All right, we're back on BronxTalk AM. Bobby just can't get enough of that Sam Cooke, can you? He just can't. Hey, listen, we have Amurá is the name. Do we give the real name or we don't bother?
Right now, that's my stage name. The name I go by is.
Amurá is with us, and he's brought his guitar. And good morning. How long have you been playing music?
I've been playing music for about 40 years now.
40 years.
Yeah.
And give me a little clue. What kind of music is it? And,
right now, I've been playing. I'm a singer-songwriter, and a lot of stuff I write at this point in time is blues bass, sort of urban blues songs. I also do songs that are not in the blues motif, but are in the style I call urban folk. You know, stories about the people in New York.
Sounds like if you've been playing for this long a time, and from what you say, now I'm playing this, music has evolved a little bit. Tell me about the evolution of your music and kind of what you started out and who you listened to. Let's get into it.
I started out playing broomsticks with
broomsticks
with a bunch of guys in Harlem.
No, what does that mean when you say playing broomsticks? I mean, to me that's stickball.
We had no guitars, so but we were influenced, strangely enough, by the Beatles, the early '60s groups, Dylan. And I started, when I finally got my hands on a guitar, I started teaching myself. I actually started doing a lot of folk and your typical protests.
What was it about, and you can be specific about the Beatles or about that time or about the music of that time that reached a black kid in Harlem?
Actually, I from Harlem, we moved to the Bronx.
Or a black kid in the Bronx. Or a kid in the Bronx, I don't care. I mean, what about just talk about the inspiration of it. What drove you to pick up the guitar and stay with it?
Strangely enough, I was a very quiet kid, somewhat, I guess, an introvert and very personal in terms of, and I found that I wrote poetry, I did artwork.
We have some of that. We're going to show some of that, too.
And I discovered that that I combined with poetry and learning guitar, I had a horrible ear starting off. So I found that the best way to play music was to write my own. So and until I developed it ear, that's what I did, and I fell in love with the process of writing music and writing songs and writing lyrics. And
now, when you say broomstick, it was air guitar, or you actually
air guitar, and shaking it.
A lot of people were inspired during that time. There was something, there was an attraction toward the music. It was a way of kind of breaking away from kind of traditional values or something like that.
Yeah, and also it was a time in the early '60s when in junior high school and going into high school, and it was at the flower age where there were a lot of things to politically write about in terms of the protests. The '60s was a great decade to live in. And so folk writing, in terms of having something to say, or having
which is why you'd say you were inspired by Bob Dylan, because he was somebody who said, hey, we can say what we want to say in a poetic way and with imagery and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and did it change now as kind of popular music changed? Did you change, or are you kind of stuck?
Yeah,
you never got past
it. You do change. As you become an adult, I became more involved with a lot of Pan-African organizations, CCNY. A lot of the protests of the colleges, they get African American programs. On college campuses.
And so through that period of time of kind of the re-identification that African Americans had, that was part of it, then it continued to come out through your music.
Yes, it continued to come out through my music, and you it's one of those things, you're a performer, and but after a while you get quiet, and you settle down, raise a family. But you never.
I hate to ask you this. You have to make a living. I mean,
you have to make a living.
That comes up somewhere along the way.
That comes up, and you have to work that 9 to 5. And I found that even though I got quiet in terms of performing, you never stop writing. If it's in you, you can't stop. You try to. You say, maybe I put this off to the side, and somehow there's always a song that's urging to come out. So you spend your time doing that.
Maybe let's play one. And then, because obviously you brought the guitar, you're ready to play one.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. We'll show some of the artwork and other things as well. So this is Amurá, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And this will be the title of my next CD I'll be working on.
Okay.
It's
Is
cool.
is that out yet? It's not out yet.
Not out yet. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
The songs are done. I'm just getting ready to go back in the studio and start doing them.
Great.
This is called Drinking the Blues.
Are you going to go in the studio here in the Bronx or somewhere else?
I work at a small studio in Manhattan, and but right now it's just a matter of just
All
getting
right.
the funds together and doing it.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
Walking home in the rain, a bleeding heartache, oozing pain, feeling like you've died, 'cause nothing's left inside after drinking the blues. Morning coffee, all alone with that damn one note on the telephone. Seems like every door is closed whenever someone knows you've been drinking the blues. A tall frosted glass of sadness is enough to bring you down. One little sip of gladness could turn my life around. Supper's burning, yet dinner's cold. Lord, this boozing is taking its toll. Still, if anybody cares, I've got a glass to spare. And we could go drinking, we could be drinking, we could go drinking the blues.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Amurá, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have you played with other people? Do you ever think of expanding it? Or do you like the simplicity of this? And this
I
is what you do?
like the simplicity. I've played behind people in terms of just other singer-songwriters in terms of their performance on stage, but I enjoy the process of the acoustic blues of writing. And when I write, I usually write acoustically, even though.
And you write for this framework, and it just kind of it's the bare bonedest expression of it.
This is a great city to live in, and there are a lot of
here. I'll drink to that for sure.
There are a lot of stories that constantly going on, and if you're open to it and you empathize with a lot of things that you see, you could pick up a lot of people's heartaches just by you can stand on the subway train.
You don't have to go much further than walking down the block
Exactly.
or talking to students about what they're wrestling with right now. Are particular eras, and maybe this is a loaded question because you talked about the 60s and the 70s, particular eras better for writing and creating than others? One, what I'm getting at is certainly the things that I was talking about earlier. This is a tough time in America for blues writers.
For blues writers, yeah. But strangely enough,
blues writers and comedians.
For me, I tried writing blues when I was younger, and it just didn't fit.
Didn't work.
The glove wouldn't come on, and
to use Johnny Cochran's term.
And right now, though, I'm at an age now where I can understand the stuff I'm writing, and I can I feel it, and it's mid-50s, and you can pick up a lot of stuff and just understand. When someone tells you a hard luck story, you can say, yeah.
You talked about influences from way back, but I mean, I keep thinking of great bluesmen, you know, like John Lee Hooker or B.B. King or people like that.
You know, they're all rolled up inside of me. And if someone says, who was your favorite, who influenced them, and it's just
take them all.
I take them all. Just
there you go.
You know.
Now let's talk about your artwork. These are just gorgeous pieces. Now, what is this?
I also design game boards.
That's what this is?
That's a game board, and
yeah,
it's actually.
This is really cool. Yeah, go ahead.
It's actually based on the card game Gin Rummy, or 500 Rummy, as some people say, and it's actually a peg where you play the game and then put pegs on.
So in other words, this is a way of keeping score.
Well, actually, it's a way of the object of the game. There's a row here, column, and it's from ace to king. The object of the game is to get a connecting line of pegs from your ace row to your king row. And the other player from the other end is trying to do the same thing.
Well, now, so what's the relationship to rummy or gin
as you play, as you make a meld or a spread of cards.
I see. Yeah, go ahead.
You have your suit markers here, and you put this is hearts, and you make a spread of 2, 3, 4 of hearts. You put 2, 3, 4 pegs in.
I see.
But however, this could also be the 2, 3, 4 of hearts could also be the 10 Jack Queen of their clubs.
So in essence, you do that, you're giving him something.
Right. Now, if he makes a spread and your pegs occupy his space, he bumps you off the board.
Right. And have you sold this? This sounds like
I've been selling. I used to sell them in the street.
And these are handcrafted?
That one particular one is handcrafted. The other ones I sold as basic flat boards.
Right.
They're sculpture boards, and I have mat boards, which I have sold.
And we should just, because I was showing the top, but you should see the gorgeous work on this. I mean, this is, this you're going to have it just hanging around in the house, and it looks great. Now, what is this? What is this particular?
I'm also
piece
a sculptor, and
well, this seems to me to be.
Helps. And this is a male ancestral piece.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know how much you can see of it.
We go right there. We'll get it on there. We'll get the whole thing on there. Right. If I lean it down. No, say this again. This is a
male ancestral piece.
Which means what?
It's I design it as a modern piece, but it also represents the male ancestral, the yang energy, so to speak. And it's a little obvious in some places.
Yeah, I was about to say. No, I'm getting the idea. I'm getting the idea slowly but surely, and I don't think I'm zooming in, but I think people get the idea there. But it really is love. Now, how did you start this piece? Is a single block of wood?
It's a single block of wood, and I sculpted it with hand tools. I majored in sculpting at CCNY when I went.
Where'd you go to high school? I thought that
I went to High School of Art and Design, and I studied architecture and engineering.
Right.
And then in CCNY, I had to take sculpting or art as a prerequisite. For modeling buildings.
Now, so you're a musician and a sculptor. Has your work and career, professional work, been related to that, or you've had to just get kind of a quote-unquote straight job? Oh, so you're
computer graphics,
Very interesting.
Which is, I was fortunate to work with my son, who helps.
Who works here? Yeah,
who
does
here.
a tremendous job here, as a matter of fact. Do you like that medium? I mean, because you're into very traditional mediums, obviously. Does that medium, do you like, well, I guess I have to because that's what's out there, or you like it?
It's one of the things you can enjoy. If you must work a 9 to 5, then you should.
Well,
it's I prefer doing that than to doing something else.
Right.
My druthers, if I had my druthers, I would prefer to have a studio.
Sure. Do this 24 hours a day.
And do this and write music, perform. I enjoy writing to the point, and I have written over 400 or 500 songs.
Do you perform out like in cafes or clubs?
I perform at cafes in Lower Manhattan.
On a regular basis or periodically?
It used to be on a regular basis. Right now, I'm great. Thanks to our economy, we lost a job. I'm trying to regain a job right now, so I'm going back at 9 to 5.
This is that reality that comes flying. Well, you're going to play another one for us?
I like a show if it could play the CD.
Oh, we got a little piece from the CD. All right,
this is a song.
Is there a cover that I can show?
Yes, there is.
Let's bring Jane. Throw that in here, and we'll show it. So what is this?
Now this CD is actually written by.
Working to be poor.
Working to be poor.
Okay.
Which actually is a base. As a songwriter, I write what I see, and this is a true story watching a elderly gentleman push a shopping cart full of bottles and cans about 2 o'clock in the morning on Canal Street, leaving a club. And it was just so amazing to see this guy working so hard.
Working to be poor.
And still poor, you know. So
All right, so here we are, working to be poor, and from Amurá.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Let it rip. I'll show you the CD while we're listening to it.
Working hard from dusk till dawn. Flesh is weak, spirit warm. Bags of bottles by the tens. Multiply by 5 cents. At every corner, he takes a pause. Inspects the goods, discards the flaws. He wheels his load with special care. This tattered man, we watch and stare. I am amazed, I swear, what's it all for? He's working harder every day, Lord, just working, working, working. Working to be poor. In heat and cold, in driving rain, sets to his task, conceals his pain. And there's no way to empathize or heal the look deep in his eyes. Society.
All right, there you go. There's a sample, ladies and gentlemen. Tremendous, tremendous. You know, music. I'm preaching to the choir here. Music gets so stylized, and in order to sell 1 million CDs, it's going to be of a certain style. But that, in my mind, never touches the validity of music like this, which is tremendous and wonderful. And Amurá, it has absolutely been a pleasure, and I hope, especially after the next CD comes out, you'll come back and we'll roll that and we'll push it and we'll get people to get a chance to get it. It's great, huh? Isn't it? Being in the Bronx, huh?
In the Bronx.
Nothing better than that. Thank you so much. Water from the Well, and it is Amurá, and Crossroad is this CD. There's a new one coming out when he gets it done, and that's it. Yeah, we're going to go to a break with it.